Hello, everyone. We're going to take another look in dangerous waters at that scenario, which you probably saw earlier. We have a couple little modifications to that scenario, however. In the previous time, we were acting as an escort helicopter. This time, we're going to be using the role of a P-3 Orion, which is going to be kind of more of an ASW kind of an aircraft, but it actually does a really good job of, tracking down surface ships as well. The ships we're taking a look at today, we have, of course, a Ticonderoga class, which is a very, very powerful ship. And it's escorting our classic oiler, who's taken an awful lot of abuse recently. So we're going to see if we can do a better job protecting him today. So first thing I'm going to do, if you're in a P3, you definitely want to make sure your ESM, and you also want to make sure your MAD and SAT are working pretty hard. The ESM in this case will pick up any sort of electronic emissions from pretty much anywhere on our map. So the moment anybody radiates, we'll have, oh, there's one right there. Little teeny tiny one, but I'm not too concerned with it right now. But the bigger thing we want to use is our radar. So when you're using the radar in the P3, a lot of times what I like to do is spot first and then switch it over to a crew member to see if they can keep track of things. So taking a quick little burst here. This is a nice 360-degree radar, which is wonderful. So I see two targets right immediately. I'll go ahead and mark those two. I'm pretty confident they are two ships we're keeping an eye on. I see a target all the way out here, but the way it's smearing suggests that it's an island, because it's kind of moving like that. Taking a look over here, again, real contacts tend to be very, very difficult to see, at least at this kind of a distance. Taking a peek over here, that's smearing still, and that seems to be it as far as contacts go. So what I always like to do at this particular point in the game is I always kind of lean forward and slowly scan for anything that doesn't belong in a certain area. Every once in a while, you get a glimpse of something that clicks you or clues you on to the fact there's something there.
New radar contact bearing.
Now that is a tough one to see. And if you look at the range, whew, that is what I call a long shot. There actually is something there. It's going to be extremely difficult to see on YouTube, but you can actually start to see the makings of a plus. Now, what does that mean for us? I'm going to go ahead and mark it again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the big map and see what we can do. So looking real quickly, you can see that our Ticonderoga here, I'm pretty confident that's that one. Our oiler, of course, is represented by this one. And that little teeny tiny speck I saw was that. And no, I did not cheat, believe it or not. I actually can see that little plus. So take a quick look at him. Let's see, bearing there, course there, speed 33 knots, range 157 yards. That is substantial. I'm actually going to turn on the auto crew member real quick, because the auto crew member, you can see he just also detected the particular target we were looking at earlier. He's going to keep an eye on that, and that's going to give us enough information to go ahead and make a determination. So now that we've spotted something, we're going to go ahead and we have to decide whether it's a surface contact, a subsurface contact, it could be a low-flying airplane. Taking a look at my speeds, I don't know of any submarine that can do 33 knots, so that instantly tells me that it is certainly going to be a surface contact. The next thing we need to take a look at is how confident we are that it's a surface contact. To be honest, I'd say about 50% confidence. So we'll call it medium. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pass this contact off to the Ticonderoga in the event that he cannot see that target. So the next thing we need to do is identify that target. So how do we do that? It's interesting. We can do it acoustically or we can do it visually, because we actually have a camera on board, which is wonderful. So the first method I'm going to try to use is visual. The one thing I want to do before I do that, though, is I want to give myself a little hint, kind of remind me of where my basically safe zone is. Keep in mind, we don't want to be flying into Iranian airspace if we can help it, because they'll be sure to intercept us at the first chance they get. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and put some waypoints down. Let's see if I can kind of predict where he's going to be on his path. I didn't do a great job of that, but I'm going to go ahead and fix it. And this is temporary for now.
Bearing 357. Assigned track number 00004.
The line that he's making, that actually looks pretty good right now. We want to get probably about 10-15 miles away from him ourselves so that we don't kind of clue him into the fact that we're near. So to help me out with that, I'm going to do another range circle on him. Just say a quick 10-mile one, for example. About 20,000 yards, pretty good distance. Actually looks like I did a pretty good job predicting where to put that. So when we hit this point, we're going to dump a bunch of sonobuoys. Now, here's the thing. At these altitudes, by the way, look how high up we are right now. If we were to dump a sonobuoy, it would take forever to get to the water. So what I'm going to instead try to do is actually lower the altitude of the aircraft to make it easier to put it exactly where I want it. And I'm also going to change my destination so that I can set myself up perfectly to drop 3 of them in rapid succession to improve my chance of being able to identify what the target is. Also, when I'm dropping the sonobuoys off, I'm going to try to flip my camera on and maybe get a feel for what this target is. I'm going to go ahead and swing this over here. I can adjust these as I go. Let's go ahead and reduce my altitude quite a bit. Because right now we are up much too high for what I need to do. We'll say about 1,000 feet should do the trick. You know, this is a neat way to set altitudes, but it's slightly awkward. And I'm also going to accelerate a little bit.
6, 7, 8. Changing altitude.
Okay, we are on course. Our radar is pinging away, keeping an eye on things. I'm actually going to reduce range real quick. So, again, it's a pretty wide area. You can see where the range change was right there. And we're going to continue our little descent here. Notice, of course, that this target is going to be over here, and this stuff is all pretty cluttered, and I can't quite make out 100% of what everything is until the radar memory wears out. Very old school radar, but it works great. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Hello. I'm going to quickly mark you to give us a heads up that he was there. So the advantage to a shorter radar range is targets get physically bigger, so this is actually a good thing. I just picked up another... I was right. He launched one of his helicopters. He's probably doing the same thing I'm doing right now. So again, I'm going to go ahead and check his history. He's definitely moving quick, but he's definitely got some kind of error. So we're going to have to figure that out when we get a little bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate time. You know that accelerating time always works perfectly. A little bit of difficulty with the radar getting a perfect lock on this guy as far as his location goes. We're a lot lower to the ground now, so we're going to have a little bit tougher time spotting him, I believe. Look at the ground shadows. Very well done. My radar crew member is doing a real bad job of this today, but I still think I did a pretty good job. Set myself up so we can get our sonobuoys pretty much in a nice little row, and then we'll swing by pretty much to here and hopefully get a picture of him from the side so we can figure out exactly what he is. So how to use sonobuoys on this guy? It's pretty easy. There's a couple neat ways to do it. If you flip over to the tacho seat, you can actually go to the left chair and you can load internal launch tubes. I think these things are kind of cool. So I'm going to start by launching a die-cast. I'm going to send a die-far. I'm of course going to sound a Vlad in case the water's too noisy. And they are now ready to go. 1, 2, 3. This, by the way, is the external door. It's like equalizing pressure on a torpedo tube. Switching back to here real quick. And nice and low. I can actually go flick the camera on real fast and actually take a look. Go ahead and take a look. Actually, you never know. We're looking at track 1004, normal light mode. 1004, automatic track. Zoom in. Yeah, that's wishful thinking. Nah, there's no way I'm going to be able to identify him. It's just too far away right now. Retract. So hopefully we can get a picture of him when we zip by at that little position there. So one thing I will do is slow down for the corner. Gonna give me just a little bit more time to slightly tighter. There, we're going to go ahead and take our turn now. That's a little sketchy, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to get too close to him. And we are still 10 miles away from the Iranian border, so I don't have to worry about that part at least. We're going to get ready to push these buttons in pretty much rapid succession. Go ahead and bring down the camera one more time. What's that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. We're going to pretend we just took a picture. Oh.
New visual contact bearing
Hello,
0,
hello,
7,
hello.
0,
What are
range
we?
0, 2, 1.
That is
Sign
definitely a
track
military
number
ship. That
1,
is
0,
not what I
0,
would consider
6.
to be a fishing boat of any kind. It's a little far away to identify. He's got one stack. He's got a little piece in the back. It looks like he's got a little gun on the front. Given that he has a very small radar profile, just taking a guess off the top of my head is he's probably a frigate. He could be as small as a patrol craft also. So I'm going to leave automatic track on because that was wonderful. And that also gets us another point of interest as far as where this guy is located, which checks out if you take a look. So one of the things I'm going to do as I'm swinging around here is I'm going to disable my radar. Because he's probably sitting there working out pretty accurately what he is. By the way, now I'm confident that it is a surface target. For confidence, I'm going to say hi. I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to the link as well. Let's see if we can get another look. Maybe from the front. Oh. Really wish this thing had better zoom on it. Coming around the front, we actually got to drop our sonobuoy in a second. Stand by. So we're going to go ahead and quick, rapid succession dump off our sonobuoys. Going to make sure we're going nice and slow. I'm also going to lose just a teeny tiny bit of altitude also, so they don't go flinging quite as far as they usually do when I do this.
Changing altitude.
All right, gonna go ahead and send out our Vlad.
Buoy away.
Gonna go ahead and send out our, just a second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Release.
Buoy away.
And now in just a second, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this point and then drop off my dive far. These two should do a pretty good job where they're parked right now. And dive far right there.
Buoy away.
Perfect. All right, that's exactly what I wanted. Channel 1, Channel 2, and this will be Channel 3 once it stops goofing off. All right, now the identification. Oh, I'm getting a little bit too close for comfort. I should get myself out a little bit. Did that one to Channel 3. Woo. There we go. He's probably watching me pass by him, wondering, what is this guy up to? I can't identify him. I can tell you he is not a fishing boat, though. Pause. He's got the distinctive red marking on the bottom, which tells me he's Russian. So we'll have to take a look. He should really take a break and slow down, right? No, we're going to have to take a look and figure that one out.
Camera turret retracted.
Okay, still need to wait, though, because I want to be able to identify him before we do something, like attack something. Maybe it's a French fishing boat, or a Finch fishing, something like that. I don't know. We'll find out when we get a little bit closer. All right, these are all receiving. We're not getting any data because far away. All right, come this way. This is going to be the best picture we can get of him right now. He just picked up an EW, so he's trying to lock me out. I'm glad I shut my radar off. But this is good news, because this allows me to help identify him.
Track number 1.
ALR, but we don't know the type of ESM. Right? Just gotta, is he gonna blast us again? Oh, there it goes. Bingo! He's a Grisha or he's an Anuchka. He is way too big, way too small to be a Grisha, so he is definitely an Anuchka. Thank you for tipping your hand. So it's safe to say he is now hostile, because we were warned that one of these guys would be in the area. And it's also safe to go ahead and classify the contact. So we know he's hostile, we know he is a Nanuchka, and this also means we're going to have the ability to swing around to the other side and actually engage him, which is going to be amazing if we actually manage to get this guy early. By the way, the diecast and diefar have already detected him, and I guarantee you, Nanuchka. Bingo. This is way easier than the way I had to do it last time. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do an attack. So the attack on this guy, we want to go ahead and optimize our attack profile here. We're going to gain a little bit of altitude. We're also going to pick up a little bit of speed. And to attack, we have to basically face straight. It looks like the two MH-60s is also on the way. The SH-60s are on their way to attack the division as well. So we're going to go ahead and flip around. Oh yeah, he's definitely interested in either me or he's interested in his helicopters. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn around.
3.
Stand by to fire missiles. Switch over to the taco position. Jump in this seat. Zoom out. Oh yeah, we got this guy. Switch to wing station. Ready to fire. Getting a kill ready warning, however. That always bothers me. I do one of these. Oh, we're too low, that's why. Ready to go.
Changing course. 3, 5.
Give him a quick blast to the radar to confirm his range. Got it. Time to begin. So I'm going to pause for just a second, go back here, we're ready to fire. So 1, 2,
Weapon away.
3,
Weapon away.
4,
Weapon away.
Changing course. 2,
Weapon away.
right, I think we got him this time.
8.
Cross your fingers. We'll certainly see it on the sonobuoys. Careful. Careful. The helicopters, I think, want a piece of this pie as well. Alright, I love doing this, so I'm actually going to go to full screen. I'm going to go click on him, switch truth mode on. I believe we got the correct target this time. And now we're going to watch as the Nanuchka, who bested me last time in a ironic accident. Let's see. Now, oh, he's trying. Here goes one. And oh, we got one. He's firing again. Ooh, what? Whoa, no, got that one too. That one's got to get up. And one more. Game and match. Match and game, I should say. And down he goes. Oh, we got him this time. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's kind of satisfying, I'm not going to lie. And if take a look at Show Truth, it looks like they actually fired several Penguin anti-ship missiles at the Nanuchka as well, so I don't feel so bad at what happened. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. It would have been nice to see harpoons be put to work here from this guy, the Ticonderoga, the Anslow, by the way. But, you know, you can't win them all, as they say. And let's go. If you actually look at the sonobuoy display, you can see the loud explosion actually went ahead and showed up in all 3 displays. So we did a pretty good job today. Ideally, we would not have gotten so close to him when we went to the identification part, but I'm not really complaining too much on account of the fact that we still won.
Changing
So anyway,
speed.
enjoy.
3.